Okay, what's up guys? So today we are going to be doing a video on how to change the brakes on your car. So over here we've got this, my mom's Nissan Navara, and we're going to be changing the brakes on it. So for this you're going to need obviously a car that needs to have their brakes changed, some new brake discs, wheel spanner, a ratchet or an Allen key depending on which car you're driving, obviously a jack and a screwdriver. I'll show you why we need that just now. But yeah, I'm just going to get this tire off. We all know how to change tires, so you guys aren't going to see that. But as you can see, that pad is finished. So I'm going to take this off quickly. I'll show you guys how I do it on this side here, but on the other side it's basically the exact same process. So you're just going to see how I do it on the one side. But you know, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments and I'll sort everything out for you guys. So let's get this started. I keep forgetting. Now which way is righty tighty? You have to lose it. So yeah, here we go. Once you crack that nut, it will just seriously open up. And remember, by no means am I an expert at this yet. I just enjoy it, which is why I am doing it, and I want to share that with you guys. So yeah, if you guys have anything to say, any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. Okay, so in the back there are two nuts, one at the bottom and one at the top. I actually made a mistake. I removed the top nut. Top nut usually goes there. Right, I don't recommend removing the top nut. Look at where the line is for the brake fluid and remove the nut that's furthest away from it. So this line is more or less in the middle, so yeah, I can judge. Now you see these two gaps here? That's our screwdriver comes in. So give me a second, let me get set up and I'll show you how we're going to get it out of the way. Okay, so basically how your brakes works is there's basically two pistons here in the back that's pushing onto the pads, which is what gives it that squeezing motion, which is what stops your disc from rotating. Now those are under a lot of pressure, so you actually have to wiggle them loose. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be wiggling those pistons loose. So sorry if my head gets in the way. I do need to kind of let it get in the way, but I am going to try and stay out of you guys' way as much as possible. Actually, let me see if I can. Just give me a second. I know someone's gonna say that isn't what you use a screwdriver for, but it's all I have, so please bear with me. Alright guys, so if you actually look in here, you can see that there. Alright, let's just get this thing to focus. Focus. That is actually the piston over there. So there's two gaps there, so that means this car has two pistons on either side. And let me see if I can show you. See that gap there? I basically have to wiggle my screwdriver into there so I can push the pistons closer to where they start. That way I have more wiggle room and the entire caliper slides off. When you get underneath the piston, you'll feel everything starts to get a little bit looser as you work with it. It's actually quite loose now. I could probably, let's check, remove the nut. And if I done this right, boom, it's off. just want to show this to you guys. Look at how finished these discs are. Now the top tip, before you actually open up your brake discs, just line them up. Make sure that they are the correct size. Okay, this is the correct size. I know that because I've been buying them for a while. But yeah, if you're not sure on what your brake discs sizes are, just a pro tip there, just to help you guys out. But just check this out. That's what a fresh disc looks like. So look at how much thinner that's gone. From that to that. So yeah, this change is way, way overdue. Let's just have a look at the back disc. That's strange. Doesn't feel like there is a back disc or back pad. No, there isn't. That is very, very weird. Also very, very. Yeah. So now what you do is, there's those two pistons I was talking about. They basically push onto your brake pad. And yeah. So what you need to do is you actually have to get them pushed back in all the way so that your brake disc can fit on. So yeah, let's just see how that goes. It is a bit of a game that you have to play because as you push the one, the other one pops out. So it takes some patience. Remember, I know there's going to be some guy that does this as a living and is going to tell me I'm doing it wrong, but I'm doing what works for me. So yeah, sometimes the screwdrivers can be a little bit too thin. So what I do tend to grab is this wheel spanner that's got like a crowbar type of thing. And just because it's thicker, I just feel a little bit more safer with it. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not going to snap on me. So yeah. Basically the spring here is to hold in your brake disc, your brake pads on either side, on the top and the bottom. See, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera. I'm going to try and see if I can get it. But look what happens as I push the lower piston in. That upper piston is coming out. So you have to kind of play with it to get it all back into the brake fluid reservoir. And yeah, after a while it does become a little bit more loose. So you can, or you will be able to fit on everything. But yeah, where did I leave it? Here's the other brake pad. Right, let's pop these guys on and then we'll close this up. It's very, very straightforward to do a brake disc change or brake pad change. Brake disc could probably be the same, eh? Okay guys, so remember I said I didn't know where the other brake pad was. It actually fell down in there. That's how thin it got. So let's just see if we can wiggle this out. And yeah, I mean, look at how worn that is. Okay, so we are back where we left off. I actually had to stop recording yesterday. The discs that we bought yesterday wasn't the right one, so we had to go and get that replaced. Clever me. So yeah. So basically what happens is you've got these spring clips. They actually hold your pads in place. The one at the top and one at the bottom. And yeah, what you do is just, well, here's what I do. Push it in. Basically push it in straight Let's see if I can show you that again. Without this falling. Hold the disc like that. Push it in straight as possible. And twist. As you twist, the whole pad gets in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it's worked. Like my head's gonna kind of get in the way. I need to see what I'm doing. Now that the new pads are on, we see that there's still not enough room on the pistons. So your main focus right now is going to be the lower piston, because that's the first piston that's actually going on. So you take your pry tool, like I here have my wheel spanner, and all I do is push. Alright, so I actually just switched sides, just because I got a lot more room to play with. Once you have the new pads on, you're just gonna have to play a game of wiggle with the pistons. But what you need to note is that you should never push one piston in all the way, or else you're gonna end up popping the other one out. I've been there, I've done that, and I've gotten the t-shirt for it. So yeah. Takes a little bit longer, but I'd rather do it the right way. And then after a while, you can just check if it's starting to fit. Right, I'm getting there. It's just I'm not there. But yes, we're almost at the end of our journey. There we go. See? Now that the bottom one is on, I can push the top one all the way in. And I can actually just, so that I have a lot more room to play with. Almost in. Actually almost there. And it's on. What I do is I push that back. Tap that into place. Take the nut. Just start tightening that. Ratchet. And tighten it. Sometimes it does kind of help, you know, if you hand tighten, because it is a little bit faster. And once it's hand tightened, you go in and you swap it with the ratchet. And there you go. Just make sure this is tightened properly. That's good enough. And then we just pop the tire back on. Sweet, I'll check you guys just now. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. Two top tips that I can give you guys. Number one, once you've redone the brakes on your car, it helps if you just pump the brake pedal again, just so that you get all that brake fluid back to the pistons. Number two, after you've done that, take your car for a drive around the block, test the brakes, see if they're fine. Once you've finished taking them for a drive around the block, go back and retighten all the nuts on your wheels. That just helps. I mean, whenever you're changing a tire, after you've driven the car, just go and retighten the nuts. Sometimes they work themselves loose, sometimes they don't. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so check you guys later.